From that film.
Yeah, that film taught me some stuff, you know.
It's really weird that that film is the thing that taught you. And you couldn't work out that on your own. You had to watch a film. What was it about the film that made you think?
Do you know what? There's a scene where the son, the dad's been shot.
Yeah.
And he's in hospital, can't defend himself. And the son comes and sees his dad, and he realizes the people are coming back to kill his dad, and he moves his dad, and he like kind of pats his dad. He's like, "Don't worry, dad, I'm here for you." Yeah, and I'm like, wow, like you looked after this racist kid to a man, and now he's looking after you.
Racist kid he was he?
What?
Was he a racist? What?
He raised this kid.
Oh, he raised this kid. I thought he was a racist kid.
Hey guys, welcome back to Luke and Pete.
Talking shit.
What are we talking about today, Pete?
So I was thinking we should talk about coincidences. Coincidence. A situation that what happens.
That is not two things that connected that don't seem
like out of the ordinary.
Yeah, that are ordinary, yeah.
Can we put up a little dictionary explanation of what coincidence means?
Why, for who?
Well, just because they might find it. Like, if you're watching, people might be like, oh, what is coincidence?
If they don't know what a coincidence is, Pete, I don't want them. I don't want them watching. Thank you very much. I'm very picky about who I want watching. Thank you very much. You don't know what's a coincidence?
Looks like I'll decide who watches.
Yeah. All right, cool.
You don't want stupid people watching you.
No.
Why not?
Well, not that stupid.
But you're talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Have you coincidences? I've had a weird life, man, with some funny things that just seem out of the ordinary. Was had quite sustainable, like quite large effects on my life.
What coincidences?
Well, it seems like
incidences.
Yeah. Okay. One of the first ones, not what I can remember from school. So I met the mother of my kids,
right,
at school. First day of school.
First love, true love.
Yeah. First day of school.
You banged her on the first day of school?
No, I didn't. Spider. No, I didn't. I saw her across the hall. And I was like, yeah, I liked her. Yeah.
Right. Love at first sight.
Yeah, it wasn't love at first sight. I wouldn't say that. I always argue.
Oh, so she's not.
I always tell my kids, your mum used to chase me. She used to run, and then she's like, no, I didn't. You did.
You ran away from me.
Yeah. No, I saw her.
How old were you?
11.
11 years old.
Yeah.
You fell in love with her?
No. Let me tell my story.
All right, well, you fell in love. So you went on your first day of school.
Yeah.
Secondary school.
Yeah.
Fell in love with the woman of your dreams.
No, Pete.
What do you mean?
No.
Well, oh, it must have been true love. It was first love.
Can you let me tell?
Okay. Go.
All right. So first day of school.
Yeah.
Right. Looking across the hall. Pete, little noise. All right. Everyone's excited.
Yeah.
See her. I'm gonna have that girl.
It's like love hearts.
Yeah.
No. No, because obviously falling in love, it's the first time.
But I saw her, and then me and her, we didn't really talk. We didn't really talk much in year 7 or 8.
That's a long wait, man. How long were you perving on her for?
No, we didn't really talk. No, but we did. No, and we did start. I think it was year 8. I think it was year.
We didn't talk for the first.
I was behind the bush. Behind the bush. There you are. Yeah. No, and then we started talking. Then we started talking on the phone.
That's a weird way to sort of. You go to school, you don't talk, and then You're ringing each
We
other.
must have started talking in school. We started talking in
So you
school.
started-
And then I got the phone number and we started talking, right?
Right.
Then we fell out.
Yeah.
We fell out for some reason.
No, you must remember have a think.
No, I don't remember the reason why we fell
Come on,
out.
I'll give you time.
No.
I want to know the reason you fell out.
We had to, I think, I actually can't remember the reason why we fell out. I can't remember the reason, but we stopped
You
talking.
never lent me your pencil when I needed it in science.
We was in science together.
Were you?
Yeah.
What were you doing? Flirting over the Bunsen
I
burner?
remember I tried to, I tried to hook her up with there was some geek in the class or something like that. And I tried to hook her up. Not a serious thing. I'm trying to test the waters. What do you like? What do you like?
So you're trying to part... Wait. Hold on, right? Your idea of flirting...
I was a child, Pete.
Hey, what about this guy? For you?
Yeah,
Passing her off to anyone else but you.
I was a child.
Oh.
Yeah, but I fancied her.
So you were like...
I fancied her, but I'm messing around. I didn't put myself out there. But anyway, so we start talking. We fall out. Yeah, so we're not. So me and her walking past each other in the hallway. We're not talking. Yeah.
All right.
Sports day comes. Yeah, this is either year 8 or year 9. Yeah. Sports day comes, and me and her start talking again. Somehow we start talking and we start messing around, play fighting. Yeah.
Play fighting.
Yeah, and she got in trouble.
Why?
The teacher for play fighting. She got they put
Were
her
you
in
crying, Luke?
No. Look what you've done to him. Look what you've done to him.
You ruined his life. Look at him.
No. And then she got made to sit in the middle of the field, right? Then the end of the day comes, she's still sitting in the middle of the field. Now her mum,
Yo, that's a bit.
yeah, her mum,
What do you mean sit in the middle of the field?
like, because it's sports, everyone's out in the field, right? So she had to sit away from everybody in the middle of the field.
On her own?
Yeah.
That's a bit.
Yeah.
That's a bit
and
too
her
much.
her mum is a hothead.
Right.
Yeah. So her mum's come into school and gone crazy. What's she doing out there?
While you lot are still... She's sitting in the field.
Yeah. Everyone else is
Like that?
back in school, but for some reason she's
She
out there.
stayed in the field?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. From
While
what I know.
everyone came back to school?
Yeah.
So she sat in a field on her own and everyone's left and she's watched them leave.
Yeah, it's the end of the day or something like that. She come out late.
Luke, this doesn't
Something.
sound like the type of girl for you, man.
Wow, what are you talking about?
Well, why did she stay there?
The teachers told her to stay there.
Yeah, I know, but everyone's left. Leave.
No, well, I can't remember if she just sat in the field. I can't remember, but all I know is that she got to her mum late. That's what I think happened.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if she sat there, but I know she got
So
to her
she-
mum
she-
late.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
she got to her mum late.
I thought like you were saying there's a girl sitting in the field and it's like 9 o'clock at night.
No, you idiot. No. She got to her mum late. Her mum's gone crazy and taken her out of school. Yeah,
Taking her out of school.
Taking her out of school, and I didn't see her again.
You didn't see her again.
No, for like 3 years.
Oh my God.
It's crazy, isn't it? I didn't see her again for 3 years.
She didn't come to school for 3 years.
No, she went to another school.
Her mum moved school.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you ring her and ask what happened?
We just started speaking.
On the phone.
Yeah, but we wasn't really on talking to, I don't know. We didn't speak though. We didn't speak about 3 years. Then we met back up again.
Look, I never knew this. This is a proper love story.
Yeah, we met back up again. And then, what happened? So we started.
This is the mum of your kids, right?
Yeah. Wow. And then we started talking again.
Yeah.
She had a boyfriend, and then a whole beef kicked off.
With you.
Yeah.
Oh, because you were jealous.
No, wasn't
Obviously.
jealous. But no.
Luke was like, I planned his demise for 3 years.
Yeah. No, but and then she split up with him and then whatever, and then me and her got together and then yeah, the rest is history, man.
What
But
do
I
you
think-
mean?
What?
Did you come back to your school?
No, we'd finished school by then.
You finished school at 14.
Where have you got 14 from?
You were 11. You said I'm 11. You said
When
3 years later.
When I first met her, yeah?
Yeah, you were
Then I
11.
said around year 8 or 9, sports
Right.
day.
Okay.
Then 3 years after that.
Right.
Are you with me now, Pete?
Yeah, well, next time try and just up your game and explain your stories a bit better, because that's not...
Yeah, but it's weird, and this is not, and then she, watch this, before me and her had our first son, yeah, she gave me,
Wait, the story is getting. You're jumping now
I go on.
because obviously you've been together a while. Obviously,
Yeah.
before you had your first son.
Yeah.
Was it planned?
No.
How old did you have your first son?
18.
Wow,
Mm.
18.
Yeah, and I look at my son now, who's 16, and I'm like, 2
Wow,
years
damn,
time.
you have a kid.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, bloody hell.
Bro, I think about when I was 18.
What was you like?
I'd be playing Xbox in my pants with Cheetos till
You see,
6 in the
but
morning,
do
man.
you know
Like,
what? Do you know what? It has. I say to my son, because he's like that, and I'm like to him, I'm like, when you start seeing girls and stuff like that, make sure
you don't.
you wear protection. Yeah,
All right, yeah.
because I'm like, you are not like me. I'm very much. I can be at home. I like work. I like doing my work and things like that. I like I don't really have to. He's very sociable. He wants to be out there in the world. Yeah, and I'm like, listen, if you get anyone pregnant, you're doing your duty because I have to do mine. I'm not to do. I'm a snitch. Like I'm the kind of person. You know. You're playing hide and seek, and someone gets caught, and one. All right, we've all been caught. Come out, everybody. Come out from under the bed. Come out. They found us. If I get caught, I have to stand by you and do my duty for you, so you're doing it for your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does hide and seek come into it?
Because I'm saying basically, if we're playing hide and seek, yeah. Say there's 5 of us playing hide and seek,
Right.
yeah? And then you're the one seeking, and you find me,
Yeah.
yeah. I come, you like, I found you in the closet.
Yeah.
The game's over for everybody.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm
'cause you don't wanna
all
wait
right,
around.
Huh?
You don't want to wait around for the game to finish.
Yeah, no. I'm just like, everybody's all right. Come out from under the bed, Michael. Come
Yeah.
on, David. Come
Oh,
out
you
from under
ruined-
the bed.
you- 'cause you ruined the game
No,
for
because
everyone.
I've been caught. Everybody's been caught.
Because you don't want to wait.
No,
for them to finish the game.
It's just the fact. It's
Yeah,
just the
because-
fact.
yeah.
If I've been caught,
Everyone be called because
yeah.
then you have to wait for the game to
No,
finish.
it doesn't matter about that BP. It doesn't matter about the game. All I'm saying is, if I've been caught,
No, but I do that. I do the same thing,
Do
Luke.
you?
I'm like, he's under there, they're under there. Because then obviously you have to wait. Yeah.
You're funny.
Because I don't want to wait. You know? It's hide and seek, man.
Yeah, it's a long way.
It's a long wait. If someone's got a good hiding place, that's
Yeah,
it.
but listen. So she.
Is that how your cat died, innit? Someone forgot to look for it. It was fucking...
Too soon, Pete.
I
soon.
can't help but laugh at that.
Too soon, Pete.
Oh. Wait, wasn't the cat playing?
You know what? 3 weeks later. Have you seen the cat? All right. So what's she? So she.
So you had a kid.
Yeah. Shit. No, but before that, she gives me these videos, these VHS. Yeah.
VHS.
Yeah. She gives me these videos.
Fucking
that
hell.
her dad.
How old are you?
That her dad. I'm 16.
All right.
That her dad gave her. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was The Godfather.
The video.
Yeah. The Godfather.
Film.
Yeah. And that had such a profound effect on me.
Does that?
It really did. This is what I'm talking about. I didn't know. I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about life. Yeah, I've been watching other people. I used to think it was cool. Yeah, to have loads of women. Let me finish.
Sounds like you now.
No. Loads of women. I'd have loads of different children, like loads of baby mothers. That's what I used to think. I used to think that at that age, I used to think that was cool.
Right. I'm going to distance myself from these views right now.
Yeah, but no, that's what I thought. I used to
So
think,
you thought it was cool to have like...
yeah, because I nobody around me has said no. That's not how it goes. But I watched this film. And this film changed my whole perspective. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, I watched it because you told me to watch it.
Yeah. It changed my whole perspective on life. Just like, this is a man looking after your family, looking after your family.
But he
so
dies in the end,
important.
doesn't he?
Don't we all? Don't we all, Pete?
Yeah, but... I know, but it's the instant of death. He has an instant death, doesn't he?
No, what do you mean an instant death? He dies as an old man.
Shot.
No.
Blown up.
No, he just dies as an old
Who
man.
gets blown up? Some girl gets blown up?
Yeah, his wife.
Oh, you see that? I mean, that whole idea of just, I'm going about my day. Oh, do you know what? I need some cabbage. Let's go to the car.
cabbage, but it's a bacon and cabbage.
Yeah. So that idea of the instant death is just like, oh, it's not worth it.
No, but it's not. That's not the point, Pete.
What was the point?
What I'm saying is it changed my perspective. Like she gave me.
Oh, she taught you a lesson.
She never taught me a lesson.
She gave you a lesson.
She never gave me a lesson.
She gave you a video which taught you a lesson.
That's better.
And if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't have had the lesson.
No, I wouldn't have. And it's so because
so you're grateful.
But it impacted her life
because
so
you
dramatically. Because I'm
changed.
the father of her children.
Yeah.
And maybe if I never got that lesson, I would have been a
Gone.
shit dad.
But I don't think I really don't think you're a bad dad.
No, but I've learned
from that film.
Yeah, that film taught me some stuff. You know,
it's really weird that film is the thing that taught you, and you couldn't work out that on your own. You had to watch a film. What was it about the film that made you think?
Do you know what? There's a scene where the son, the dad's been shot.
Yeah.
And he's in hospital, can't defend himself. And the son comes and sees his dad, and he realizes the people are coming back to kill his dad. And he moves his dad, and he like kind of pats his dad. He's like, "Don't worry, dad, I'm here for you." Yeah, and I'm like, wow, like you looked after this racist kid to a man, and now he's looking after you.
Racist kid, he was he?
What?
Was he a racist? What?
He raised this kid.
Oh, he raised this kid. I thought he was a racist kid. This man. That's what I thought he said. You fucking. Ah, God. I've ruined The Godfather for everyone now.
He raised this kid.
Right.
And now he's a man, and he's looking after his dad when his dad at his most vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so important.
Love.
How family
looks
is.
after each other.
Yeah. And this makes you so much stronger. And I feel, and that's why I've got a lot of empathy for people that come from bad families, man. Because I feel like some people come from terrible. Like you got these conservatives who like, yeah, everyone stand on their own feet, and you decide how your life is, and you. And sometimes they come from great. Not everybody comes from great, but they come from great families. They get the best education, and they're looking at these people, and they're like, yeah, you must stand on your own. And these people come from terrible circumstances. Give them a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Did you cry during The Godfather? You did, didn't you?
Did I? No, I don't think there's a bit where I cry. Do you know what? There is a film I do cry at all the time, yeah?
Go on.
It's a film called Life with Eddie Murphy, and
Life. I think I've seen that. What happens in it?
They get framed for a murder.
Oh yeah.
And they go and
they
spend,
the two friends.
Yeah.
I love that film.
And they spend their whole life, but they escape at the very end.
And in
the baseball game.
Yeah,
Every time I see that baseball game scene, it makes me cry.
Yeah.
Because
they're loving it.
Yeah.
Man, your mom's at home crying all down in the bedroom. And the only way to get over it is if you bloody go to a baseball game, because you survived the jail. We don't have a chance now. We don't get a chance now. I ain't got a life now. Isn't that the one?
I don't know.
Eddie
I
Murphy.
don't know the lyrics.
That is such a good film.
It is.
That my daddy'd watch.
Oh yeah.
Don't
That's how
think
they
my
realize.
daddy's watch.
Yeah.
I cried that bit.
Do you?
Yeah.
When they kill him, when they kill him, when they shoot the man.
Ding, ding. That's the tune. Doodle ding, doodle ding. He opens a thing and he goes, "Hey Dad, where'd you get that watch?" That my daddy's watch.
He said, "I'm gonna shot
He's going, "I'm sorry," and the guy's like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell them that it was an accident."
And he dies.
And next day he dies.
Yeah. Okay. We're doing the film.
No, but it's
because they're not gonna understand it. But yeah, it is a good film. It is a good film.
But the point of that film, see, you obviously like films with fatherly figures.
Who's the fatherly figure in that film, Pete?
Well, the watch, dad's watch. It's his dad's watch, isn't it? He's so.
What's that mean? That's not the bit I cry. Do you know what I cried at? They never gave up. They never gave up. That's what touches me. No. They never gave up.
They tried all the way to the end and they never gave up, and they finally got it when they're like
Yeah, I love the
They're
bit.
really
I love the
old.
bit when he goes. The old man's telling the young guy who's burying them a story. He's telling him the story.
Oh
about
yeah,
their-
and you think
yeah, and he goes. He tells them the plan. He goes, they had a plan to escape. And the young guy goes, well, how do you know they didn't get out? He goes, I never said they didn't get out.
yeah.
And he goes, and you see them at the baseball game. And
And they're bickering.
Yeah.
They're like me and you. That could be me and you.
Oh shit.
Should have his phone on bloody during recording.
Yeah, my bad.
Is that your baby mama?
No, don't. I've already warned you about that, Pete.
Is that your baby's mother?
My children's mother.
Your children's mama, sorry.
No.
Your children's mama. I always think when it comes to coincidence, are we floating around on a rock? Or are we supposed to be here?
What do you mean? As in?
Like, it's so hard to leave planet Earth. Think about how hard it is to leave planet Earth. Like, when we leave our atmosphere, it's like it's like instant death.
So you mean the circumstances for there to be life on Earth are so
Restricted
that it must be.
that it must be. We're not supposed to leave, you stupid pricks. Focus on what's happening here, not what's out there. Because when you leave planet Earth, it's so different to here.
Mm.
It's like unsurvivable conditions, man. Unsurvivable. It's a vacuum. It's nothingness.
Mm.
And when we go through the atmosphere, it's so difficult to get through the atmosphere. And it's also difficult to come back in. When you come back in the atmosphere, the plane literally burns up.
Does it?
Yeah, when an air shuttle comes through, it basically burns up to the point where...
The rocket ship.
Yeah, but they've made something that makes you survive it. But it's basically like you're a fireball flying through the Earth's atmosphere. Just say it's like a sheath, like a condom, if you will. To get through that, they have to really penetrate it.
All right, let's lay off these. Let's lay
No,
off
but
these,
they have
these
to-
sexual
so-
innuendos. Yeah, it's like a condom, a sheath. You have to
Yeah,
really
I'm
penetrate
trying
it
to-
and go deep.
I'm making you think. Because when they come through, it's hard to leave. It's hard to enter. Right? It's extremely tough. It's dying conditions. We shouldn't leave. I think it's basically like, we shouldn't leave. We're supposed to be here. Why are we looking elsewhere?
That's what humans do, though.
Yeah, because they're stupid, man.
Why? But that's like when you settle in a tribe and there was all in the plains of Africa, and then someone goes, you know what? I'm going to go further afield. Oh, why are you being an idiot and going further afield? No, we explore. So human beings do.
Yeah, but then human beings find tribes as well. It's not just the tribesmen that leave.
Well, everybody started in Africa, isn't it?
What?
That's the earliest man in Africa.
The earliest man was African.
Mm.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why? How do you know?
That's where the earliest human remains were found, in Africa.
How do they know?
How did they what?
Human remains.
Yeah.
Where? How do you know?
What do you mean, how do I know?
How do you know that's the oldest human remains?
Because that's the oldest one that's been found.
How? How do you know it's the oldest one? What is it that says, oh, this is really old?
They do like the archaeology and they study the
Yeah,
bones.
but I don't believe in all that shit, man. Like dinosaurs and all that. Fuck off. Come on.
You don't believe in dinosaurs?
Nah.
So what do you think the dinosaur bones are?
I think they might have been that big. Like a little lizard. And then over millions of years, they've expanded somehow. And they form big bones in the ground.
Pete, why do you think the bones have expanded?
Because I just find it very hard to believe that there was lizards the size of a house running around.
Why do you find that hard to believe?
Because look how big the house is, man. What animal do you see is as big as a house?
Pete, we can fly to the moon. We can talk on a phone to somebody thousands of miles away.
Yes, we made that, Luke.
But you
But
can't
naturally,
believe, you. But look, okay, just look at a chicken.
look at it.
Look at an elephant.
Right?
Like what? Why does size matter? Why can't there be a big? Why can't there be a big lizard?
I believe an elephant. If they found an elephant thing, I'd be like, that's an elephant.
Yeah, but only because you've seen an elephant, right? So what if you've never seen an elephant before?
I'd be like, fucking hell, look at that thing.
Oh, that's expanded.
No.
That's expanded. That's
If
not
I'd
real.
seen an actual elephant or the bones of an
A
elephant.
bones of an elephant. You wouldn't believe it, would you?
Okay, let me ask you this. Why in the Natural History Museum have they taken out the dinosaur and replaced it with a whale? Because they know we're not buying it anymore. We're too smart.
But when you say we,
Everyone's like, nah.
I didn't know that there was people questioning whether there was dinosaurs. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
No,
Why not?
because I've seen pictures and it's like circular.
What does that mean? You've seen bones and you don't believe them.
The bones expanded, Luke. I think the bones could have expanded.
Have you ever seen an expanding bone before?
Yeah, but well, now that you mention it.
Go on. That was a cheap, dirty joke.
I like it.
Cheap and dirty.
I like your humor, mate. That's funny. I've expanded bone. No, I don't know. They just look weird. It just looks weird. I don't know. Someone explain it to me because okay, let me tell you this, yeah?
You go on.
Why do they only teach you about dinosaurs when you're 6? When you believe in Santa? Why do we not study it when we're like 19, 20, 18, 17, 18, 19? Teach me about it then when I've got an adult brain going on. Then I'm less likely to go, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I didn't. Is there a thing going on that people don't believe in dinosaurs?
I've never really believed it. I mean, show me more than bones and I'm willing to have a look. But
There's a documentary about it.
yeah, people dig
There's
it
a whole
up.
park. There's a park about it. Isn't it?
Apparently, they've never found a full skeletal dinosaur. There's always been something missing.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. I'm not saying I don't necessarily believe. I'm saying I find
Sounded
it.
like what you're saying.
Okay, I don't believe. I don't believe. But not that I don't believe. I don't have faith that they existed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Why? Just because of the size of them?
I don't know. They could have been made, those bones. They could have made them. Someone could have been like, this could be so funny if someone digs this up in years to come.
Yeah, but why do you
Think
believe
about it,
anything?
like
Why do you
back
believe-
then.
Why do you believe anything in history then?
Because back then, I think about it, we didn't have iPads. We didn't have computers. We didn't have telephones. We didn't have anything. Life must have been boring. Every day is long. And you're like, oh, what can we do to have fun? I know. Let's build a little bone. Let's build bones and like make a thing that looks like, oh, in a million years' time, people will dig it up.
For their entertainment, they built bones to be dug up in a million years' time.
They could have. Luke,
So
these people, if you're extremely bored.
Didn't you say before, like when you do that message, when someone you go, and that's a shit joke. Do you remember?
But this is a good joke.
That is a shit joke. They're not around to even know what see the response.
Okay, but can you imagine we all go to heaven at one point and they come back and they're like, you lot fell for it. You lot fell for it. You fell for the fucking bones. That would be hilarious. That would be the best joke of all time.
No, you fucking.
You would. You'd arrive at Kevin's gates. You'd be like, Peter Rethinasamy next. And they'd be standing there being like, gotcha.
Yeah. And they'd be like to me, we got you with a dino. I was like, I didn't give a fuck.
You did though, because you believed it.
Yeah, who cares? I didn't really care. I didn't really care.
Yeah, but your whole life you thought they existed.
Yeah, and you spent your time, when we built iPads.
Well, there was nothing much to do back then.
Yeah, because you're building bones. If you didn't build bones, you could have built iPhones.
Yeah, but we weren't that smart, Luke.
Yes, because you got time to build bones. That's why you're dumb. Because you're building bones and pranking. Do your work. These stupid jokes.
This stupid. But it worked. We fooled the world.
Yes, and that's why you had a shit life.
We fooled the world, man.
Terrible joke.
Well, what do you think? Terrible joke. Can you imagine? Everyone was like, "That's a shit joke," and you were like, "Oh, it wasn't worth it."
Spent my whole life. Spent my whole life going all these different places,
making new dinosaurs.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I just find it hard to believe. I obviously know they probably existed. They probably existed. I just can't. My brain can't comprehend it. I find it difficult. Even when I chat to you, I find it difficult to understand the story unless you show me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right, Pete. This is to get a bit too much now.
No.
Can you take it easy, please? Show them some respect.
I know. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like dinosaurs. I don't believe in, but I believe in God.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your when you say God? What are you thinking?
I don't know what God is. I don't know what it is.
Do you think he's a man in the sky?
No. I think we can't comprehend what it is in this life. I don't think God is like, it's as simple. I think the reason those books were written like that is because it's easier for us to understand. This is what I'm saying about the dinosaurs. Now, let me put it, because this is what I think. I think it's very simple to go, that can't be that because of this. Dinosaurs couldn't have existed because... Dinosaurs could have existed because we've got this. We have the evidence. There it is. Now, what if there's an instance where evidence is not even a thing?
What do you mean?
Like, I can't even explain it because I'm so intelligent.
Go on, Pete.
So we always need proof. As a human, we need proof. The Earth's flat. The Earth's flat. Show me why it's not flat. There you go. There's a picture. Circle. Okay, cheers. Thanks for that. I believe you now. We need proof. With God, God doesn't need to prove anything. Because if he did make us, why does he need to prove what he made to prove? If I made something, yeah? If I made you, Luke, you're mine, yeah? I own your ass, yeah? You're mine.
Pause. You own my ass.
I own you.
You want to say something funny. I own your ass. Yeah, go on.
Right. If I made you, I created Luke Craig Enterprise. This is what we see in front of us, yeah? I created you, man. I know what you did. I made you. And then you have the audacity to turn around and try and be like, yeah, I'm going to prove I was made by Pete. I'm going to prove it. Why are you trying to prove it? I fucking made you, you dickhead.
What do you mean? Who's trying to prove they're made by God?
No, people that believe in God try and prove it, and people that don't believe in God try and prove it. Just let it be. You don't need to prove to anyone.
I think they're searching.
They're searching, right? They're searching.
Yeah. They want to know where they came from.
They want to know, but I know. I made you. Relax.
Yeah, but okay, but there's no one saying relax.
Okay, well, if I made you, you're trying to prove.
Okay, if I made you,
yeah,
and then I just disappeared, left you in the room, you just break up. How did I get in this room?
Yeah.
And then there's this list of rules. There's this list of rules.
There's this rules on the table.
Yeah, and you're like, and everyone else in the room is like, yeah, we got to follow these rules because the guy that made us. You're like, who made us?
Can we read though? Can we read at this point?
Yeah, you can read. You're reading the rules.
How do I know? How do we know how to read then?
Yeah, you know how to read. You know how to read.
I just know how to read.
Yeah,
right.
So you know how to read. You're reading the rules. There's some rules you don't like. Like
thou must not.
Adultery.
Yeah.
Maybe you like sleeping with loads of different women, or you have to get married.
But I'd ask for some. Can we have a referral system? Can we maybe a little suggestion box?
How dare you! How dare you! I've made you.
I'm not, but I didn't. I didn't know. Where are you then?
Exactly.
Well, why didn't you show up and tell me?
That's exactly what the point is. You're acting like, because you've made me, that I should follow. I should have to prove. But I don't know where I've come from.
What happens if I don't bloody follow these rules then?
Then you go to hell.
What's that like?
Horrible, painful.
Yeah, but of course you're going to say that because you probably don't want me breaking your rules.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Can I meet someone who's been to hell?
Or what if this? What if this? Have you thought about this? What if we're all in this room? We're all in this room. 10 of us are in this room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got there before you did.
Right. Yeah.
And I've written those rules. And I've said the person who made us wrote those rules, but really I wrote those rules.
So you lied to me.
Yeah. So I want you to follow. Maybe I put rule number 1. You give Luke half of your dinner every day. That's one of the rules. Oh, you're like, why do I have to give Luke? I don't know. That's what the guy who made us said.
Well, I'm going to hell. You're not getting my dinner.
Why? But why not?
Because I love to eat.
Yeah, but the man who made you said you must give me half your dinner. And number 2,
who's making us dinner?
Luke's allowed to sleep with your wife on a Wednesday.
For God's sake, who made these rules?
The guy that made us.
Right.
But really, I've written the rules. And that's what some people are searching for. They're like, they read the Bible, they read the Quran, they're like, who wrote this? That people say it's the word of God. Maybe it's not the word, maybe it's the word of man. Trying to control the rest of men.
Yeah, but then stuff happens like when you pray. I don't know, like when you pray, sometimes something happens and you're like, oh.
See,
was that because I prayed?
Do you believe,
or was that just a coincidence?
Do you believe in what's the thing where you think and it comes law of attraction?
I don't know what that means.
You know what law of attraction is?
No.
It's when they say if you keep something in your mind, you attract it to you.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know Jim Carrey. There's a story of Jim Carrey where he had that £1 million check in his pocket.
Yeah.
And he kept it.
10 million, I think it was.
10 million, and he kept it, and then he cashed it in.
Mm.
I mean, come on.
I believe.
That's a bit. That's like pretty coincidental, if it is a coincidence.
Mm.
But that's what I mean. Maybe that does work. That shit.
Mm.
But it worked for him.
I think there is something. I don't personally think life is as straightforward as what you see is what you get. There is some mystic. I remember having this argument with my granddad, and he was adamant. He's like, well, I believe there might be some mother nature and some things like that. And,
yeah. But that's what I mean. It's so difficult to comprehend. I don't think God is a man in the sky. I don't think it is a man in the sky.
What do you think it is?
I think it's like like a different thing, man. We're used to waking up every day. Boom, we're right. Wake up. Let's brush our teeth. Let's do this. Let's go out. Let's have fun. Let's go drinking. Let's socialize. Let's work. Let's survive. We need to survive. Let's drink. We have to do that stuff.
Mm.
I reckon if there is a God, it's like boom, something completely different. Maybe we're like not even. We're just. You don't even have senses. It's just like. You're just there. You're not even anything. You're just like sitting there, like not even sitting because you don't have a body. You're just like I don't know, like you're a cell in ink. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like we're not even human. We're like,
yeah.
What about if
incomprehensible?
Like what about if we're like magnets? Magnetic energy. What if it's just energy?
Well, do you know that everything is made of the same stuff? Did you know that?
What do you mean?
Like this
milk, is it?
Sorry?
Milk, is it? Is it milk?
What do you mean? Is it milk?
I don't know. Is it calcium? Milk.
What?
What are we made of then?
Like, if you go to the raw, if we're all made of energy, it's all energy. Like this table and you, if you go down deep, it's made of the same stuff.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, I think it is. I think it is.
We're made of the same stuff as that.
Yeah. And they say it's different vibration or whatever, vibrational levels or whatever that make it so.
No, I don't know about that. Is that true?
Yeah, pretty sure.
But imagine this, yeah. We're like, see, this kind of argues against my dinosaur thing because if you look at size, yeah, you look at us and then you look at the world and then they're like, wow, there's millions of universes just like this one, yeah.
Mm.
Wow, we're tiny. But then if you look at an ant, that looks tiny. But then if I put my finger in front of the ant, I can see the ant going, oh, this area is blocked. Let's walk along here. Oh, it's still blocked. Let's go this way. Ah, okay, there we go. We go around it. You can see the ant thinking. So an ant is just like us, but it's tiny. Do you think an ant can see bacteria? Because they're so small. Do you think an ant's like, oh, look at the little bacteria there? Do you get what I'm saying?
Why? Because it's so close. I don't know.
We're human sizes.
Yeah, so can it see the really small stuff that's really swinging? I don't know.
Yeah, so an ant, if you go to an ant, everything's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do you reckon ants like, oh, look at that bacteria there. Will they just fuck off? Come and like pour some boiling water on this bacteria to get rid of them. Do you reckon an ant can see bacteria?
I've never thought if an ant can see bacteria. And you know what, Pete? I don't give a shit if an ant can see bacteria.
No, but this is the point I'm making, right? What if size doesn't exist? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, Pete.
What if size is non-existent?
Yeah, you'd hope that, wouldn't you?
You're a bastard.
You'd hope that, wouldn't you, Pete? Oh,
No,
size doesn't matter, everybody.
Well, I always say size doesn't matter. Do you know what? I was out with Charlotte's friends yesterday, and I was telling them that story about when I was in the naked sauna, and I was like looking around, and everyone's willy was bigger than mine, yeah? And they were like, oh, that's cute. When you fucking...
You don't want to hear that. When
yeah,
you don't want to hear talk about your dick. Oh, you little cocktail weeder.
Oh, that made me laugh. I was like, that's so funny. But not. No, but I do think size doesn't exist.
Yeah, explain yourself. You said it about 7 times.
So if we see an ant, listen to me. You're not listening. If we see an ant, yeah? If you're an ant and you see bacteria, what are you thinking?
There's bacteria.
Yeah. So you think there's bacteria?
Yeah.
But then if you're the bacteria and you see something, what are you thinking? What is that? You think, what's that?
I say, yeah, I see something.
Yeah, you see something.
Yeah.
But I swear bacteria is the smallest thing in the world.
I don't know. But what's your point?
My point is it keeps getting smaller and smaller and it just forever goes small.
So what's your point?
My point is there's no thing, there'll always be something smaller than you. It never goes down to nothingness, does it?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
What's smaller than then? You just said bacteria is the smallest thing.
The smallest thing that we can see or find a way of seeing. What if there's a smaller thing?
Oh, like we're living in different dimensions.
Potentially. Or potentially.
Maybe in another dimension, there's another Luke and Pete. And Luke...
And they're not talking sheep, they're talking sense.
No. And Luke is Asian and Pete is black.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd watch that. I'd definitely watch that.
That's funny.
But are you seeing what I'm saying? Imagine there's bacteria. You know when you look at bacteria in a microscope and it looks like loads of little things just doing that, yeah? Loads of little things. What about those things can see something bacteria size for them?
There's that. I remember watching a show. One of my kids' films. Horton Hears a Who. Have you seen that?
No.
And basically, what it is there's a little plant, and on this plant, on this flower, I think it was a flower. There's a whole world, and he hears him. Horton is a big elephant kind of thing, but he's massive.
Ah, okay.
And he's got this little world. He hears the Whoville, I think it's Whoville, is on this little flower. You can't really see it, but there's a whole world. His whole world is on this little flower.
Mm.
And he hears it. He hears him talking. He talks to him, and no one can see it, but he just knows there's a whole. So the whole film basically, the principle is him trying to save it's from annihilation, basically, because people just step on flowers and kill flowers. But there's a whole world just on this little flower.
There's a whole world on the flower.
Yeah, their whole world. So maybe this world is on the tip of a flower somewhere.
No, it can't be because it's black outside of the thing.
What does that mean? Maybe their world is black.
Have I got any coincidences that happen in my life?
I got. Go on.
I think me and you meeting is quite a coincidence.
That is weird.
Because we live
5 minutes away.
Down the street from each other.
And we met at a comedy, like basically a comedy club.
And we're the same age.
Yeah.
We have the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
We both do comedy.
Do you know what? I was actually thinking about this, the other day. And you popped into my head. Because I thought, when I moved away from Croydon.
Yeah.
Under quite, like, not good circumstances. Basically, people were doing a lot of shit, trying to fucking blow up my car and things like that. And I left, and I felt, wow, but what if all that was meant to happen? It's all written, and I was meant to meet you. Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause I wouldn't have met you if I was over there.
In Croydon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's like, is it pure? Do you ever meet someone when you're on holiday?
Yeah, I meet loads of people when I'm on holiday.
Do you know?
No.
Because when you meet someone on holiday, like if you're in fucking Greece or whatever, and you see one of your school friends, it's like, wow, that's weird. Like, you think about how big the world is, and you meet.
Has that happened to you before?
It's happened to me, yeah, a couple of times.
Has it?
Where I've met people I know on holiday. And you're like, hey, how's it going? You're all right, mate, wicked, good to see you. But if we'd walked up to each other in London and be like, oh God, it's not fucking that guy. But you're shocked when you see them on holiday, so you're more into it.
It is weird the way things. It feels like it also. Sometimes it feels like it's written.
Yeah,
like it's like it's meant to be. Like when I was.
But if everything's written, then you can break it, can't you? Because I'll be like, I'm going to take a drink. No, I'm not.
But what if that was meant to be?
Okay, I'll take a drink.
What if that was meant to be?
It's not. I'm not going to drink.
But what if that's meant to be?
Okay, I'm going to do this. Well, I'm going to do it. Oh, you're going to do it.
But
no, you didn't do it. I didn't do it, did I?
You can't
but
prove,
now I'll do it.
But you
no,
can't,
I'm not going to do it.
But you can't prove.
I've proved it.
No, but
it's
you can't.
going in. I'm drinking. No, I'm not.
But you fucking idiot. Listen,
do that, Luke.
Listen. But what if you always?
And I'm taking a drink.
How do you know? How do you know you're not always meant to do that?
I decided.
Yeah, but
what's that doing?
But do you know that? Do you know that they say that you make decisions before you actually do what you're doing? Like,
I'm not decisioning this. This happened. I'm doing it.
But
why am I doing this?
How can you prove?
Why am I doing this?
How can you prove that you're deciding to do it?
I'm not deciding. It's just happening now because I'm doing it because we had the conversation. Now I'm going to do the whole podcast like this.
Okay. All right. For those who are listening, Pete, he's just waving his hands in the air like an idiot.
So I'm doing this.
Yeah, but
why am I doing it though?
Why are you doing it?
I don't know. It's just now I'm in a trance. I can't stop it. Do it.
No, thank you.
Do it.
No.
I'm in it. Look, it's so funny. But I can't stop now.
Stop now, Pete. There you go.
See that? That felt weird.
Yeah, but how do you know? This is the point.
I didn't mean to do that.
Anything that you do, how do you know you?
I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing there. That could have been unplanned.
The point is, you can't prove whether it was meant to be, it was written or not. You can never prove it.
You can't prove it, but why would I have done that?
Why did you do it?
I don't know. I tried to change myself up.
Exactly, but what if that's all you've always meant to have done?
No, it felt different. That felt weird.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. How you can't prove prove that you weren't meant to do that.
Luke, I wasn't supposed to do that.
You don't know.
I know what. Luke, I'm telling you, that just happened, man. I just did it differently. That was not supposed to happen. I think I've changed it up.
Let me tell you a story. All right. So
That felt weird when I was doing that.
What is it? Which is how old was I? I think I'm 18. Yeah, because my son was born. And I go to my friend's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to my friend's house to drop him something. And then I'm driving back home, yeah?
Mm.
And then I get he phones me on my way back. He says, he forgot something. I think he forgot his phone in my car. Yeah. So I drive him back to him, yeah? And on my way back again, I get pulled over by the police.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence.
No. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. No, listen to this.
It'd be a coincidence.
Listen to this. Now, no. Funny thing about it was I hadn't been pulled over for ages. Yeah?
Yeah.
So they pull me over and they're like, you're on a ban. You've been banned from driving, which is an arrestable offence.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, you got banned yesterday.
Did you?
No, well, yeah, I did in my absence. They banned me from driving in my absence, yeah?
Oh, but did you know this?
No, I didn't know this.
Oh, so you were just driving?
I was just driving normally, yeah?
And they made a decision behind your back?
Yeah, and banned me from driving. So I get pulled over. They nick me, they arrest me, bring me to the station, yeah?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, all right, we found out you wasn't at court. You didn't know you'd been banned. Because that's an added offence, right? Driving, you can be banned from driving, but if you get caught while driving on a ban, that's further punishment. So like, all right, we realised you wasn't in court, so you didn't even know. Cool. This was just the day before, right?
Yeah.
Haven't been pulled over in ages.
Yeah.
From that, I'm not able to drive anymore.
Yeah.
From that, I'm now distanced from all my friends. I really stopped going out. I just stay at home with my son and his mum.
Is that what turned you into an introvert?
No, it's not really turning me into an introvert. I probably always was an introvert.
Oh.
But it broke my cycle of being on
a driver,
on being on the roads with my mates, and that was the start of me changing.
Wow.
I started to get closer with my older cousin who had already changed his lifestyle, and that made me change my lifestyle from that point on.
So the police stopped you getting in the streets?
Yeah, listen to this.
That is weird.
Okay, imagine this. Just say it could have been a year or 6 months. I remember thinking at the time, it was a year or 6 months. I hadn't been stopped by the police. I drive every day. Then the day after I get banned, in my absence, I don't know, I get stopped and arrested. Yeah? They could have stopped me the day, anytime, but they stopped me the day after. Yeah? I get arrested. That breaks my cycle. I'm no longer can drive. I'm just at home now. And
on tag. Were you on tag?
Why would I be on tag, Pete?
I don't know, because you're a gangster.
No, I was not on tag. Yeah.
Oh, so you were allowed to leave?
Yeah, I can leave, but I just didn't. I'm not driving. Yeah.
You're an introvert, obviously.
Yeah. No, because I'm an introvert. Just because I'm not driving. I'm not driving. I'm just at home. Basically, and then what happened after that? So I'm at home. I break the cycle of hanging out with my mates. I don't hang out with my mates anymore. And I complete from that event, my whole life went a whole different direction.
Wow. Did any of your mates not ring you and say, "Luke, come and put..."
Yeah, they did, but it was kind of like,
oh, he doesn't have a car.
I was in a lot of trouble, like a lot of beef and things like that. So it weren't really safe for me to go.
So obviously
out without driving, but it was enough for me. I never really liked that lifestyle anyway, but it was enough for me to say, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. I don't need
and they didn't care because they probably just used you for the car anyway.
No, they had their own fucking cars, Pete.
Oh, all right.
They just used you for your car. No. They did that thing, but it just broke. It's just one of those things that changed the course of events of my life. Like maybe if I would have found out I was on a ban, I probably would have still driven. But I would have just avoided getting stopped.
Yeah, but you can't avoid it because the number plate recognition and ANPR and stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't as prevalent back then.
Yeah, but now it's like you can't move.
Yeah, you can't. They're everywhere.
Like every time now, I got stopped by the police once when I was like 18, and they pulled me over, and they were like, "Where are you going?" I said, oh, I'm just going with mates. Some chicken. They're like, okay. You're gonna get fined now because your car's not MOT'd. And I was like, how much is the fine? They were like 90 quid. I was like, oh, fine for that. It came up on their AMPR. Now when I get stopped by the police, anytime the police stop me, they say, where are you going? I'm going MOT garage. Even if I'm not, I just say, I'm going MOT garage.
Yeah, because you can't be fined.
Because I can't be fined because I'm on my way to the garage.
Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, but I'm going to park up and wait because I'm keen to get my car seen.
Did you pay the £90 fine?
I had to pay it. Yeah, I had to pay it. But now I know. So was that a coincidence?
What coincidence was it, Pete?
Well, because it happened and it taught me the lesson. Anytime the police ask, where are you going? I'm just going to the MOT centre.
It's not a coincidence, Pete. You just learnt from a mistake you made. Do you know what's an easier thing to do?
What?
Just check your fucking MOT.
Yeah, I know, but who does that?
Everybody.
Yeah, I know, but it's too much. It's like, that's how
It's annually, Pete. You can't check your MOT annually.
Look, I don't even know my mum's birthday.
That's disgusting, Pete.
Well, I don't know it. I do know my mum's birthday, July 13th. My dad's, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's 15th of October or 18th of October. But I know that like my nephew has the same sort of close date. So I don't know. So stuff like that I'm a bit absent-minded with, you know? So.
I don't know my mum's birthday.
Do you not know your mum's birthday?
No.
Do you not?
No, I don't.
You don't know your mum's birthday?
No.
How do you celebrate it?
Oh, someone reminded me before a couple of days ago.
Oh, right. Who reminds you?
My sister.
So there you go. You rely on a girl.
A girl? What's
the
that
girl,
meant to be, Pete?
The girls tend to know the birthdays before the guys do. Like Charlotte will be like, oh, it's your dad's birthday coming up, send him a card.
No.
And I'll be like, I don't send cards. She'll be like, we have to send a card. Okay, write the card, pick the card, and I'll just sign my name in it. But women seem to be more obsessed with getting cards than say guys would be.
Do you like getting a card?
Nah, but Charlotte gets offended if I don't get her a card. She gets offended.
I don't really like cards or nothing like that.
No, I'd rather have the £2.50. Give me the £2.50.
I remember that when I was a kid, you used to open the cards, there's money inside.
Yeah, fuck it.
The money, all right. Thanks.
Cheers.
Thanks for that, Gran.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There was a lot of things that changed the course of events. And it's interesting, man, to think if that never happened. I've had people apparently waiting outside my house to do me damage with weapons and things like that. And I missed them by minutes.
Oh, I thought you were like, I missed them. I missed that happening to me.
No, but
I missed them waiting outside my house.
You
missed them by minutes.
Yeah, you hear certain stories as well, man. You hear stories about people who get into some scrapes, and it's like, oh man.
Do you think it's a coincidence that you ended up who you are now? Like, why didn't you end up like a clown? Like in your big shoes.
Some people
Some people say you are a clown.
Yeah.
But why didn't you end up an actual clown? Going to the circus and juggling.
Yeah, there are things that
wearing
feel,
big shoes and like why didn't
feel like, okay, take for instance, my mum, like it's gonna sound terrible, but my mum when I was about 4 years old, used to make me. She used to let me watch Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah,
which
that's
is terrible.
Yeah, but that's kind of good though.
Yeah.
So it molded you.
And she used to make me do impressions for her of what I saw on the TV. Like
do one.
No, I can't do the impressions.
Well, what would she ask you?
I can't remember. I just remember her telling me. She used to tell me like, yeah, I used to get you to sit down and watch and to do the Eddie Murphy, because that's her comedian. That's like the comedian. She loves Eddie Murphy. She quotes him to this day. Like if you say something, get my pistol. That's literally, like you could hear. I could be like, Mum, I've sold out the O2. Eddie Murphy's doing a show at Box Park. Which sorry, I can't make your show then. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, so Eddie Murphy, you said, is that box mark? Yeah, all right, okay. That's how much she don't care.
Really?
That's the comedian she loves.
Really?
Yeah, and it's weird. Like my mum, is that a coincidence? My mum, like, is that a coincidence, or did she mold me to be how I am? Do
Oh,
you know
so
what I mean?
watching all that has turned you into this,
Yeah,
rather
do you know what I
than
mean? 'Cause
you naturally turning into this.
who to say?
Fucking hell! Can you imagine she was into Frasier or something? How boring you'd be.
I like Frasier.
I like Frasier, but I'm talking about like the Scottish woman in it. If you were like her, she was your favorite character.
The Scottish woman, Daphne.
Daphne Bell, yeah.
What's wrong with Daphne?
She's kind of boring in it.
No, Daphne's alright, man.
Nah, it was Frasier and the brother, Miles.
Yeah, they're funny, and the dad.
And the dad and the dog. The woman in it was kind of...
Hold on 1 second. The dog, you put the dog over the woman. Eddie.
Yeah.
Over the woman.
He was a pivotal role in that.
He higher than Daphne.
Daphne didn't do anything.
What the fuck did the dog do?
All I remember Daphne doing is the cleaning and washing in that program.
She'd started dating Miles.
I know, but that was a bit like... That got weird when they started dating.
What did the dog do?
He like ran around and stuff, like with the dad, with his little... His dad had the little claw thing with the little 4 spokes on it.
Yeah.
You remember that?
His walking stick.
Yeah, but that was a weird walking stick. 'Cause it had like 4 little things on it.
Tennis balls.
No, he had 4. He had like a 4-pronged claw.
Oh yeah. Did he have tennis balls on it?
No, where are you getting tennis balls from?
Oh, sorry, that's something else. I thought he had tennis balls on the ball.
What are you watching? 4 tennis balls. If you put a tennis ball on that, it would slip around. Because I remember they had the wooden floor.
Oh.
Frasier, man. That's what I'm saying. If you're into Frasier,
my mum did like Frasier though.
I kind of like Frasier, but I'm saying you would be completely different.
Maybe, or maybe I wouldn't be. That's the point. You don't know. You don't know. Is it nature or nurture? That's the question. Is it nature? Am I like this because I've been nurtured like this, or am I like this is my nature?
Okay, so I fell out. Well, no, I didn't. But there was a family sort of distance between my grandfather and our family, because he's in Malaysia and we're in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad would be like, I don't know what's going on. Your grandpa doesn't want to know. I think he's got another woman. He doesn't want to know. 20 years passed. We didn't talk to our grandfather.
Really?
Yeah. 20 years. And then Charlotte was like, Pete, your grandfather's getting old. Do you not want to see him before he...
She didn't know him at all. Nothing.
She didn't know him at all.
Mm.
I rang Grandpa. No, I got it in my head that I want to see him. I don't know. I just want to see him. I want to meet him. He was very strict as a kid. I was scared of him. He's very strict.
He used to come over here? Or did you used to go over there?
We went there twice.
Okay.
That's how little we went there. We went there twice in my whole life. Once when I was a baby. Once when I was about 11 or something. Or like 9 or 10 or something. 10 years old or something. And I had good memories of him, but he's very strict. That's one thing I remember. He's very strict businessman. Very businessman. The street was named after him. He made his street. He's had his own accountancy firm. He'd saved 3 million each for me and my brothers and sisters. 3 million British pounds.
3 million British pounds?
Yeah, and he invested in a Nigerian bank deal. And obviously lost it all because it was a scam.
He saved 3... So that's about 15 million then?
No, it was only the 3 kids at the time. It was me, Sarah, and Michael. So it was 3 million each for us.
And it's British pounds.
Yeah, he did a deal. He did a deal with BP Oil, and he was the accountant for that deal, and he got a percentage, and he saved 3 million each for us, and he was like, right, got that money for the kids, and
let me just invest it in this Nigerian banking.
Yeah, but this was before everyone knew that Nigerian scammers were a thing.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, if there was a Nigerian bank deal, they're the first people for me to turn around and go, you can fuck right off. I'm fucking investing in your Nigerian bank. Yeah?
Yeah, they go, fuck it. Oh, that is rude.
Yeah.
Go on. So he invested
Now they
in-
send emails. Oh, I'm a friend of your family. I have actually I won the lottery last week, but they haven't sent me the money. Can you just send me a check, please? That's what they've gone
but
to
go
now.
on, go on. Tell me. So he invested the 9 million.
He invested in some Nigerian bank deal or something and lost everything. They took the money.
Wow.
And he lost it all.
See, this is what I mean, man. You can see somebody so smart. And
Be deceived.
and they can be duped into that 9 million.
He's still deceived to this day, I think.
Well, he still thinks he's going to get that money back.
There's something, he's given money to something, and the money just goes out. Just keeps going out, and he doesn't have anything. He's lost everything now.
Really?
Yeah, and he still thinks he's going to get it back. And he's lost everything. And so 20 years had passed. I met my grandfather, was in a little stayed in his house. Massive house. It looked like 2 houses, 2 balconies, 2 gates. It's his one house. It's almost like you could split the house in 2 and have 2 houses, but they're joined, right? I remember that place as a kid. It was like a palace. Everything was clean, white, clean, shiny. He had a BMW, Mercedes. We booked a flight to go and see him because we haven't heard from him. He's not talking to us. I rang a family friend, dad's friend, and I said, is he alive? What's going on? He's like, yeah, your grandpa's there. He goes, I don't want to tell you anything, just come over. I said, all right, I said to Charlotte, look, let's just go. Let's book tickets. So I booked tickets for me, Charlotte, my sister Amy. Yeah. I ring him a week before we go. I said, just to let you know, we're coming over. Hey, what the hell is this? Peter, no. No, you see, this is the problem. I was like, Apachin. Call him Apachin, Grandpa.
What's Apachin?
Apachin's like Grandpa in whatever, Malaysian or something. I don't know. And I'm like, listen to me. We just care. We want to come see you. No, you see, you don't tell me these things. I'm busy. Mate, you're 90 years old. What do you mean you're busy? He goes, this is the problem. This is the problem with you guys. You see, you fellas have no respect. Like, I'm thinking, I haven't talked to you in 20 years, man. And he was on loudspeaker because Charlotte could hear. And Charlotte was like, oh my God, this is going to be a long 2 weeks. It's going to be long 2 weeks. I said, we're going to stay with you. I said, worst comes to worst, Charlotte.
So one second. You didn't book a hotel?
Nah.
You just booked to go and stay with him?
Yeah, because what's he going to say?
Without asking him?
What's he going to say?
Well, that is a bit... You have no respect!
I haven't seen you in 20 years.
Well, then at least give me a heads up!
I'm giving you a heads up now.
How long was it till the flight?
A week.
You gave him a week heads up?
I thought if I give him longer, he's going to get out of it, weave out of it.
So you knew he didn't want to see you?
Because he's been saying, don't come. My sister had been emailing, yo, we want to come see it. Nah, don't come. Now's not the right time.
All right, cool. So you've tried to force yourself on him. Go on.
I did force myself on him.
You go on.
So we turn up there. And we see a lady come to the gate, a white lady. And I'm thinking, oh, they can't... Because they have maids in Malaysia. I was like, is that a maid? But a white woman wouldn't be a maid. It would be a Malaysian woman. You know, it would be one of us. It wouldn't be a white woman. Why would a white woman go to Malaysia to be a maid to get paid?
Why not?
Because they don't, Luke.
Why?
Here, let me tell you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's a different world out there to what it is here. See all this stuff where people are like, oh, that's racist. Oh, that's bottom rung of society. See that? All that in Malaysia goes out the window, yeah? So you want to have a go at that? Go and talk to them out there. Don't talk to me. I'm telling you how it is out there, yeah? See people over here? You'd be in for a fucking world of, wow, this is different. See some of the people here? They go out there. You're in for a world of difference, mate, yeah? You'll be made to feel different when you go out there. See if you how some of these people...
That's really funny. You didn't have another word. You see it different out there. You'll be made to feel like it's...
different.
different.
Yeah. But you know the way like people dress kind of like, you know, you'll see guys walking around in crop tops like that. Yeah. Do that out there and see the response you get when you do that out there. See here, we're up with the times and stuff. You do that in Malaysia. Go and do that in Malaysia and you see the looks you get. It's different out there. It's not like what it is here.
Can you explain what different means?
They're more racist. It's more of a power dynamic.
It's not good.
The Chinese,
it's not
good, man. The Chinese are seen as number one. Indians are seen at the bottom. They're not. If there's an accident,
where do white people rank?
White people are probably up, just equal with Malays. So not at the top because Chinese are number one. You ain't fucking with the Chinese. They're number one. They're the superpower. Then you got the Malays because they own Malaysia. It's our land. Then you got Indians bottom rung that are like, nah, you'll like fuck off. So it's different there, man.
So, anyway, go back to your story. So you come, white woman comes to the gate. You're like,
white woman comes to the gate. So I'm thinking in my head, that's not normal. It's not normal. And you're like, why? Why is it not normal? Why can't a white woman be a maid? No, it wouldn't happen, mate.
All right.
Yeah. It's different there, yeah?
Yes, you said that
so
17 times.
Get your little British, oh, that can't be right. Get that out of your head when we're talking about Malaysia, yeah? Because it's different. It's a different place. Maybe you go to the city. You go to KL. Maybe, yes, it's a bit more like London. Bit more free thinking and whatever. But you go out like to the jungle. You're in the jungle, mate.
And what is it? It's different.
It's different.
Go on.
It is.
Go on.
See this white lady come to the gate. Oh, that's strange. Right?
Yeah.
She lets us in. My grandpa comes running down the stairs. He's very fit man.
90-year-old man.
90, comes running down the stairs. Very excited. Hey, good to see you. I'm like, wow, he's happy. Really nice, really upbeat and stuff. He goes off to make drinks for everyone, yeah?
Yeah.
The lady that was there, her name's Maria. She's like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm his wife.
Ah, man, Peter! Where's your gran?
She died. 25 years ago.
Okay.
So she's like, I'm his wife. And we're like, wow. He never mentioned you. And she went, yeah, he never mentioned you.
Really?
Yeah. She goes, he only told me that he'd had a son.
Has he only got one son?
Yeah, dad.
Okay.
He only told me he had a son and another wife on Saturday.
Oh, really?
And it was Wednesday. So he'd only told her. I was like...
So the scammy becomes the scammer.
Yeah. And he came in and he acted like he didn't even introduce us. Because it's so weird for him. He didn't introduce us to Maria. He just kept quiet.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like, it was weird, man. And like...
Was she like the same age as him?
Yeah. She's the same age. And... it's just weird, man. And he was so nice, man. And so friendly and so caring. And he cares more about God and stuff now.
Have you seen him and your dad back together again?
Yeah, they reunited. Because I sent word back to dad. It's all good. He's got a wife.
And what were they like when they met each other up for the first time?
Fucking brilliant. No. So we got... and this is the point I'm making to you. This is why I started the story. About nature nurture. Is it coincidence? Is it who you're around? Now, I'm not around my grandpa. But Charlotte said this. So this happened, right? So I get dad on the blower. Because it was kind of like, it was a big moment. I'm like, it was almost like relief. And it's almost a bit like sadness. It was very sad. Because I was like, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like, we could have done this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we didn't because we were just scared or you were scared of Maria finding out, whatever. But it was so nice. And he was like really funny. He's a funny guy, man. And like relaxed and not the strict businessman I remember. He's now at the point of life where he realizes what life's all about.
Yeah.
I think he's coming to the tail end of his life. And he realizes that it's not about all the money in the world and all that. He still has it in his head that he wants to make money. So he still is a businessman, but he knows the deeper cores of it. The deeper cores of what your life's all about and stuff. And he joined the church. He was never really that religious. It was always my granny that was a religious one. But when she died, he wanted to go to church and he'd go and stand there at the back, and then he'd leave. And they were like, come to church more often. He was like, nah, I can't do it. It's too painful. And then now he's like really into the church. He goes every week. He was showing us off to his friends at the church and stuff. And
there's Peter. It's his my brother Peter, that's his white woman with him.
Yeah, no, but there was this one moment where like they were like, Charlotte suffers from migraines, right? And I was like, they were like, oh, come, we'll heal you, heal you. And they get like Charlotte up on the stage in the church, right? And they were like to me, oh, do you mind coming up on stage as well? Just get ready to catch her if something happens. Yeah, just stand behind her and get ready because she might faint. She might pass out because this is like full on, right? So they did that thing where they're like, come on, get out, devil demons, get out. Ah! And they're shaking. It's like, and they're speaking in tongues. And I was thinking, oh, Charlotte, please fall over. Just give it a bit of, just fall over. And Charlotte's like, and this is like, come out. And Charlotte just like stands there. Like, well, that didn't work.
How about playing your games?
No, and I'm standing there like, and I said to her when we went back to say, I was like, why didn't you fucking fall over? She goes, because I didn't need to fall over. I was like, you could have given them something to...
They're trying to help you.
That's right, just give them, like, maybe go weak in the knees, like, do something, man. And anyway, we go back to the house and we FaceTime Dad. And Dad, it's the first time they've talked in ages. They talk by text throughout the years. First time they talk. And it's nice because my dad calls his dad D. Mm. Hey, D. How are you? Eddie, look good, Eddie. Look good to see you. Look at that. And Dad was like, Dad started talking about, hey, look at that bald head. It looks like a pair of tits. Look at your bald head, man.
Who said that? Your dad?
Dad saying it. Yeah. And Dad, and Apachin turned around to Dad. He's like, yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? You would say that being a doctor, you filthy bastard. And it's a back and forth.
They start running.
They start back and forth, and it's so fun.
Man.
And he was like, it was so fun. And Charlotte, we got off that call, and Charlotte, we were talking upstairs, and Charlotte turned around. She was like, man, you can see that you're your granddad's grandson.
Really?
Yeah, because you're just jokers. You just make a joke.
So
Dad said something about his cock. Oh, I'd take you to the hospital and I'd get your cock cut off. And Dad said, and Grandma's like, yeah, you would like that, you dirty bastard, wouldn't you? Yeah.
And that's, wow.
And it was like a back and forth. It's funny.
And you'd never really spent much time with your granddad?
Nah. And I remember being really strict. But Charlotte's like, you can tell he's a Rethinasamy. Because we don't fuck about. We don't hold back.
That's interesting. So what do you think? Do you think that was passed down from your granddad to your dad to you, or do you think it's just in your nature?
I don't know.
Do you think if you'd separated from your dad at birth, do you reckon you'd have still come out the same, like have the same nature?
Yeah.
It's a hard question, isn't it? Because you don't really know. It's hard.
Yeah, because even I remember my dad when I was younger, he was very strict. I was kind of scared of my dad when I was a kid. But then as I got older, he doesn't need to be strict because I'm growing up, I'm becoming a man. So you see his funny side. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is just in our nature to just piss around.
We'll never know. Maybe we'll find out one day. But
yeah. Was that a coincidence or was that something made me book those tickets? It was kind of like Charlotte made me book those tickets. But thank God we did, because then after we came back, the whole family, like Michael, Amy, Michael, Sarah, Jack, Mum, Dad, Sarah's partner, George, the kid, my uncle, Michael, they all went out there and stayed with Appleton.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it was nice. It was nice, man.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah. But I want to go out there again. I'm going to book a ticket, probably.
That's good, man. That's good. But yeah, man, it was a nice convo.
Yeah, it was a good conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah. We'll catch up again.
Yep.
All right, take care. This has been Luke and Pete.
Talking sheet. Thanks.